Welcome to the What Property Managers Do podcast. We're the show where we dive into the world of multifamily and real estate investing, and we are going to be featuring investors, property owners, and industry experts who are kind of out there shaping the future of rental properties. I'm Joel Beach, and in each episode, we want to bring you insights and strategies and success stories that'll kind of help you maximize your rental income and streamline your operations and kind of help you build a valuable portfolio without the daily headaches of property management. Whether you own just a rental property, a duplex, a fourplex, or a big portfolio, this podcast is for you. Today, we are excited to have Maria Fillmore, who will share her journey and the lessons she's learned and what's working in today's real estate market. So sit back, take some notes, and let's get started. Welcome, Maria.
Hello.
Hello. So let's start here. How'd you get started in the real estate and the rental market?
Well, thanks, Joel, for having me on. And, I got started about 30 years ago. I'm celebrating my 30-year anniversary this year. I've been a real estate agent. So I started back in 1995. My ex-husband and I started a construction company. And so I wrote all the contracts for that specifically when we would build homes. So then throughout the years, I just loved the business more and more and learned more and more. And pretty soon I started getting people who wanted to buy investment properties, especially for their kids going to colleges. BYU or UVU, and so they wanted to get into investing and buying something so their kids could stay in it. So that's kind of how I got started in real estate.
So what strategies have helped you grow your portfolio?
Oh, man, that's a great question too. The strategies, well, my own portfolio, that's what I'm going to talk about is, my portfolio is great. I've been hiring some really great professionals to manage my properties, and I've had some not so great property managers, but I've learned that I've got to manage the managers in my portfolios and my properties. After my divorce, my ex-husband used to go in and fix the properties, but now I needed to up the game, and I needed somebody else to manage all of that for me, to go in and fix the sink that wasn't working or the dryer that was broken. So I needed a professional company, property management company, to come in and help me.
Awesome. So what's your biggest challenges that you face when you're kind of managing the managers?
Communication. You got to have communication. You got to talk. I'm struggling a little bit with one I have in Arizona, so I'm not right there, but I just need more communication. So I've talked to them, again, calling them up and having them explain it to me. So I think walking me through what they're doing and being very honest with their dealings and how they talk to me. So that's kind of how I've been trying to do that. I've had a couple of other property managers that are really great communicators with me and letting me know when the renters are moving in or moving out, or if there's problems. So that's kind of what I've been working on.
Well, how do you ensure that you're going to find a property that has, high occupancy and some good tenant satisfaction? What are your strategies with that?
Well, I always look at a property as if I'm living there. So it's got to have something unique. So one of the other properties I own is really close to a grocery store, a theater, shopping, a gym that people could actually walk to. And so that's kind of my number one thing. And number two is, I used to only buy 2 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, because I didn't want kids to ruin my property. So usually I'd get a single married, family, or I'd get a divorced mom. And now I've kind of changed that, and I have a 3-bedroom. And so I think a 3-bedroom, 2-bath is really a great property too, because there's not a lot of them out there. So you gotta be a little more unique. Another one I own is a mile away from a college. And so, you've got to look at how you want people to be interested in your property. Just those little extra things.
Awesome. And you kind of mentioned that, but could you kind of go back to your approach with maintenance and, kind of keeping your costs down?
Yeah, that's a hard one. I just recently this summer remodeled one of my properties, and I spent about $7,000 remodeling it, and it really I think renters really, or tenants really appreciate when you take really good care of your property. So I got new blinds, I got a new washer and dryer, I got a new microwave, I repainted the whole thing. So just things that they would enjoy moving into a property and taking really good care of the properties that I own.
Awesome. I mean, as you look in the market and you're very active in it, what kind of trends do you see that are out there that are kind of shaping the rental markets right now?
Well, always location in real estate, that's the big tagline, location, location, location. I think that is number one. You really have to be in a great property, I mean, in a great area for your property to get renters in it. Also, um, I think price, that's another thing. You're competing with a lot of other um, I mean, there's a lot of rental properties being built right now, and so I think you've got to be in competition with all of them. So even if you say, I'll give you first month's rent or half rent free or something, you've got to throw in some type of bonus.
Awesome. Okay, think back here. So, what advice would you give to younger, newer investors who are just kind of looking to get started and looking to scale up their business?
Um, Truly, just jump in, just do it. Like, I know people are waiting for the interest rates to go down, or they're waiting for something, something, the election, who's going to be president or whatever. I would say don't wait. Just jump in and get something out there, and go from there. Just get in the market.
Get in the market. I love it. Okay, so now where can people learn more about you or how can they connect with you?
Oh, that's thanks, Joel. I work at ERA Brokers in Sandy. I've been there for about 15 years, and you can give me a call, look me up online, Maria Fillmore, and I'd love to help you find some investment properties or even a residential property that maybe you could turn the basement into, some type of mother-in-law apartment or something to generate more income for yourself.
Listen, I appreciate it. That's great advice. I love your perspective. And I once again, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.